16, show you what to do. Try and eat a beat like the white shrew. Go 8 if you feeling right. Let the beat start the cage, it's the life of pop. What? Pay attention when you hear me. My lyrics like a petting zoo, I'm hoping that you feel me. I shock them all like Pikachu when I come in the building. I'm the only rapper not spinning his events on convention. Was Gervonta, sheesh, was the big deal. So people had to taste the toys as a kid's meal. You go in circles for the power, that's a windmill. But you can win it all and not know how I win.
I done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober? Y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throne, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Milo on it. And let's soon chico hilo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that, sit back, listen to the truth for the sky crack. And the Lord get back. Or somebody wants to get back. And they click clack, leave you been back, looking at this intact. Never left, but I've been back. Cross on my big neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in the club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the mail may stop. But they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your hands up, keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes with the shadow in the front. And I hope you guys are having a blessed. It is Sunday, correct? I believe it is. Is it Sunday? That's a damn shame. Yeah, I think it's yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me wait until a couple people get up in here. Let me make sure the audio is okay. Yeah, the audio is good. The audio is good. Let me just make sure I have everything correctly here. Let me upload the damn let me get everything ready over here. Upload the thumbnail. Let me get the thumbnail ready over here. Oh shit. No. I don't want to upload the clip. Put it over here, upload this, and go over here to image. And let's get the, where is it at? Should I have it here? I think I should have it here. There you go. Upload that. Oh, what is going on here, bro? What do you mean? Man, you know, you would think StreamYard, I'm gonna have to contact some of these people because like this is your app. This is your program. Like I'm paying money every month to use your program and the shit don't work right. Okay, I'll erase that. I'm gonna have to erase that. Oh, wait a second. That shouldn't even be there. Okay, erase that. That fight's over with. So that's what you want me to do, huh? You want me to do all of this? I don't have time to do it, but I'll do some. If that's what's going to make room, I'll do it. Okay, let me get that. Let me get the thumbnail. And okay, now it's gonna let me do it. This is so damn. I mean, these people, man. There you go. My bad for that. What's going on? Hey, so what y'all think of the fight yesterday, man? What'd you think of the fight yesterday? You know, Canelo, man, I think, I noticed, man, after every Canelo fight, do you know what I notice? I notice either tremendous praise or tremendous hate the next day. Every time. Every time, bro. Every time. It's either you get people that say, yo, he looked great last night, right? He looked like he unbeatable. Or you always get people going, he looked like he's in decline. He looks like he's going downhill. You always get those drastic views when it comes to Canelo the next day. All the time. All the time. Personally, for me, personally, Canelo looked good last night. Pause. For anybody that's criticizing Canelo as far as like how he looks and how he's looking now at his career, people forget that, and this is why I give Canelo respect. This is me personally. Do I think that he's fought fighters that at certain times he had like an advantage, or did he fight like a champion that was like at a lower weight class that's now recently, like for instance, like Munguía was at 160 for a while, fought at 168 maybe once or twice, right? Regardless of the circumstances, right? Regardless of the circumstances, I think what people fail to realize with Canelo, bro, he's fighting champions, bro. Munguía is a good fighter, and he showed yesterday that he's a good fighter. You know what I mean? To me, he showed he's a good fighter. He did not give up. When he got dropped in the third round, he got dropped because he was bringing it to Canelo. He had just caught Canelo with a right hand, backed him up, and Canelo dropped him with that uppercut. So Munguía is a good fighter. I'm gonna be honest with you. He did better than what I thought he was gonna do. He did better than what I thought he was gonna do. Because I had Canelo by a unanimous decision prior to yesterday. I don't think he should, as far as like when I look at his performance, because I see what a lot of people are saying. They're saying, oh, he looks like he's in decline or whatever. I think some people might confuse being patient with decline. I'm not saying he has a decline. I don't know. I'm not in his body, pause. But I can tell you that I saw he didn't have that many flaws yesterday. I mean, he stood up in between. Look, you know what really surprised me? He's standing in between these rounds, bro. He's not on a stool. He's standing in between those rounds. I mean, just think of the condition, because it sounds easy for me to say. It sounds easy for someone like me to say, oh, he stood in the corner. He stood in between those rounds. That's not easy, bro. You just got done throwing punches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're exhausted. Half of us probably can't even go 2 rounds, bro. 2 or 3 rounds, honestly. Even in our best shape, probably can't even go like 2 rounds. Now imagine going 12 rounds with a young kid who's a champion, undefeated, and you're standing in between the damn rounds. You're not even sitting on a stool. That's crazy, bro. Did you guys see the prior to the fight? Did you guys see the Amazon thing with Canelo? Did you see the Amazon thing? Like the them performing and stuff like that. Training and stuff like that. You guys see that? He looked like he was in Canelo. Damn. Oh man, that's burning my damn throat. What's going on, man? I will say this. I saw a clip of Canelo. It looked like he was trying to call David Benavidez into the ring. Is that true? Because I watched the fight yesterday, and I don't remember seeing that, but maybe he could have did it. And maybe because when the fight was over, I wasn't necessarily paying attention to what he was doing inside the ring. Let me lower this brightness real quick, just a little bit. Right there is good. Right there is good. Right there is good. He did. He called David into the ring. Did David go in the ring? I don't remember. I don't. I remember after the fight. I remember. Did he? I saw a clip with David Benavidez Sr. or Senior. I saw Benavidez Sr. He said that they didn't let him in the ring because of security. I don't know, man. Look, man, as far as the David fight goes, I think people really got to take into account that David himself, not Canelo, David himself said he's fighting at 175 and that he was looking to get the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol. Obviously, that's been postponed right now. But like, I don't think David's going to go back down to 175. I mean, to 168. I don't think he's going to go back down. And I don't know if Canelo's going to go up to 175 and fight him. So I think like we might as well stop. I mean, y'all already know people ain't going to drop that. They ain't going to drop it. They ain't going to drop that. Like David could be fighting damn near cruiserweight. They still going to bring his name up. They still going to bring his name up. When he called him into the ring, I mean, I don't see what's the point. I don't think he's gonna go back down to 168. So I don't see what's the point. So let's look at, I mean, when you look at the 168 landscape right now, right? If we let's look at something real quick. Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. If we want to oh, by the way, did you guys hear that so as you know, Beterbiev got injured, right? I believe Beterbiev got an injury and they postponed the fight. Did y'all hear that they're trying to get David Morrell to fight Bivol? He's already on the card. I believe he's already on the card as it is. So I think maybe they're trying to get him to I believe he's on the card. I believe he's on that same card. So that would make sense. You move up David Morrell, right? You move up David Morrell to fight Bivol and just find someone to replace David Morrell. I think that would be the best thing to do. And look, David Morrell, I think David Morrell is just as dangerous as David, bro. And I didn't even realize David Morrell moved up to 175 as well. He's chasing David, bro. He's chasing David. I don't believe any of that, what some of these other channels try to say, like he's avoiding David. Why would David Morrell, why would David avoid David, right? Why would David Morrell avoid David Benavidez? He himself should know that his attributes, I mean, that's damn near, they're look, man, shit. Let's look at them side by side. I mean, shit, hold on. Look. Benavidez. David Benavidez and Morrell side by side. Let's look at the stats real quick. So I'll go to David Benavidez. Okay, right there. Go over here. Do David Morrell. No. David Morrell Jr. David Morrell Jr. Okay. No, David Morrell. There you go. Boxer rack. And let's go to boxer rack right here. Okay. Hold on. David Benavidez right here. Okay, so we look at 28 wins, 24 knockouts, 27 years old, height 6'2", reach 74 and a half. 6'2", 74 and a half. 6'2", 74 and a half. 6'2", 74 and a half. Where's David Morrell? 6'2", 74 and a half. 6'1", 78 and a half. 26 years old. There would be no reason for him to be avoiding David, bro, at all. I don't think he is. I think he literally went to 175 for that reason. Because I know damn well in David Morrell's head, he's like, I'm not getting a fight with Canelo at 168. Pounds. What's going on, man? 6'2", yeah, 6'2", yeah. But anyway, going back over to it. So Benavidez is out, right? I read on, I read on 2 separate articles that they're thinking about getting David Morrell as a replacement for Benavidez to fight Bivol. That'll be perfect in my eyes. I think that I'm not with the whole crowd that he's overhyped. I agree with he hasn't fought that many fighters, but the eye test only goes so far. We all know that, right? The eye test only goes so far. But from the eye test and from what I could see, he's got height, he's got reach, he's got power in both hands. He's got pretty good defense too. David Morrell's got pretty good defense. I think he's a threat to David Benavidez. I think he's a threat. Who I think wins that fight, I don't know. I still got to see how David even performs at 175. I got to see how he performs at 175. There's already a replacement. So I take it it's not Morrell then. It ain't Morrell. It's got to be somebody else then. He's fighting a bum instead. Damn, that sucks, bro. That sucks. I had a feeling with that Undisputed, man. That Undisputed fight has been, and you know what's going to happen with that Bivol and Benavidez fight? You know what's going to happen? It's going to get pushed back so far. It's going to get pushed back so far that by the time they do fight, one of them is going to be compromised. One of them is going to be compromised. And it's the same shit with I think Undisputed fights should not be marinated at all. This whole let's marinate, let's marinate the fight or whatever. I mean, if they're 2 young fighters, I get it. You know what I mean? But a lot of times in boxing, fights get over marinated, and what happens is a fighter either ends up losing, he gets injured, both. I mean, you could have just made the fight, bro. You could have just made the fight. And this whole thing with the whole, I'm not going to get into it with the whole Russia thing or whatever, but that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. They should have been fought. They should have been fought already. We shouldn't even be in this predicament. Is this the first time he's been injured? I actually saw a fight with Benavidez where he got dropped. I think it was that fight where he was hurt too. Came back and won. That fight. They were showing his past fights. And I was shocked. I was like, I don't remember seeing this. And the dude dropped him and hurt him. I gave him more rounds than what I think Munguía did a little bit better than what people say, but I'm gonna say this. When I was watching the fight, as I'm watching the fight, like you know how like they show the replay, right? As when I'm watching the fight and it's like in normal speed, there's punches that I think that is actually hitting Canelo. And then I go to the replay and they weren't really hitting him. He was blocking a lot of them. He was moving out the way. I'd give David Morrell. My goodness, my mind is all messed up. I'd give Jaime Munguía. I gave him the first round. Did I give the first round or the second round? I know he got dropped in the third. There was a couple of rounds late. I would like to say, which one was it? 9 or 10? It was 2 rounds where from the beginning of the bell, he was firing. He was just throwing mass shots. And I think Canelo maybe landed like 2 or 3 punches towards the end of the round. I gave both of those rounds to him too. Munguía showed listen, for a person that lost yesterday, he looked better than what I thought he was going to do, really. He looked better than what I thought he was going to do. I give a lot of respect to Munguía. And Munguía looked gutted, bro. Like he looked hurt. Like when he was going back to the locker room, he's damn near crying. And this is what I mean, like, as much as people want to get on Canelo or whatever, man, it's still not easy what he does. It's still not easy, bro. Like he's fighting undefeated fighters, man. And or champions, you know what I mean? That's been champions for a minute, you know? It's not easy, even though, yeah, you could say, oh, he's a blown up 160 pounder. Okay. Fine. He's a blown up 160 pounder. You know, he still beat all those champions at 168. The Jermell Charlo, you can say what you want about it. Remember, he didn't even want to fight Jermell at that moment. That just transpired the way that it transpired. It's not like that's what he picked. He even said that. And Jermall Charlo even said that. Jermall Charlo said that after his win with Jose Benavidez. He said it in the post-press conference. He said that, you know, I was supposed to fight him. But, you know, I wasn't ready. So, going back to, I mean, and not only that, I also look at the fact that this guy's got over a net worth of $200 million, bro. $200 million, and he's still stepping in the ring. You got to have some motivation to do that, bro. And to still perform and to still, and then not only that, he came in great shape. I believe he weighed in at 166, right? Wasn't that the lightest he's weighed in at 168 the whole time he's ever been here, Canelo? He looked in great shape. For some reason, I don't know if I'm bugging or not, but when he was throwing that left hook, it seemed like he wasn't throwing it with a lot of power, Canelo. Because I was like, damn, I know he throws it harder than that. I don't know if he was like doing that on purpose and then like trying to like throw, like, you know how people switch up power, you know? You don't throw every punch with the same amount of power. Maybe he was doing that, but there was a couple times where he threw that left and I'm like, that didn't really look like, I don't know, maybe it just looked like that to me. But I know that uppercut dropped Munguía quick as hell. Oscar. You know damn well Oscar was just praying to see if Canelo was going to lose that fight. He was probably in the back just praying. What happened? Yeah, he does. Hey, listen, man, he's probably got one of the most underrated defenses in boxing, period, bro. Canelo's got good defense and good chin. This is what makes him such a good fighter. Good defense, good chin, experience. He's got power. He may not have that one punch knockout power anymore or right now at 168, but obviously you saw he's got power. He dropped Munguía, bro. He dropped Munguía. And that was the first time Munguía ever been dropped, and Munguía was hurt. He's got power. He's got defense. He's got experience. He's got a chin. And he showed he's got stamina yesterday because he stood in between. He stood. He didn't sit down on that stool one time. That's crazy. That's crazy. I forgot what fighter had said that it's like a mental thing. You know, like when they asked him about it could have been De La Hoya actually, because I think De La Hoya used to stand in between rounds. I forgot who it was. They asked him in an interview, like, yo, what is with the whole standing in between? And I think, I don't know, it's different for everybody, but I mean, I think it's more of a mental thing, or more of like you're already standing. Like when you sit down and you take, it's two things actually. I think one, when you're standing and you don't sit down, imagine you're at the end of a round. You're tired. Your opponent's tired. Y'all done traded punches. Your opponent goes and sits down on a damn stool. You guys are looking at each other because the corners are directly, and you look and your damn opponent is just standing, bro. You probably in your head, you're like, damn, he ain't tired. I'm tired. So that, number one, that. Two, I think, I don't know if it's more of a psychological thing, but maybe it's like I'm already standing. If I sit down, it's gonna drain. Like I feel tired. Like I don't know. I don't. Maybe y'all could tell me. But standing in between rounds is crazy. Also, he wants to show people like, hey, look, I could stand in between rounds. So let's check off these boxes right here. So he showed he's got stamina and great conditioning still. He still showed he's got power. He dropped Munguía. We know he's got great defense. We know he's got a good chin, and he's got experience. I mean, you could try to fucking shit on Canelo all you want, but he's got all that. Now, if you don't like Canelo, that's different. That's different. It's different. You're allowed to not like Canelo, bro. You're allowed to not like him. You know what I mean? I think that what people get kind of mixed up, especially in my opinion, in the boxing community, how I feel is people get so obsessed with the whole he's hating on this fighter. He said, bro, listen, you're going to like some fighters. You're going to hate some fighters. I look at it no different than if you're watching the NBA and you're a Celtics fan and you don't like this other team because they're in the same division. You hate that team or they're a rival. I look at it no different than that. No different than that. This is a combat sport. We are fans of the sport. You're going to like some fighters. You're not going to like some fighters. Some people just don't like Canelo. But he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He checks off a lot of good attributes, as much, whether I'm not even a huge fan of his. But he checks off a lot of boxes, bro. He checks off, he's got good power. And mind you, this is a guy that's 5. He's a small guy for 168. He's a small guy. Mostly everybody at 168 towers over him. Munguía looked huge yesterday compared to Canelo. He looked huge. I've also said, bro, if he fights David Benavidez, I've always said that I still favor Canelo. I favor him in a close fight. The reason why is this. I'm going to tell you why. It's my opinion. For every attribute that you give David Benavidez, to me, Canelo has something that counters it, in my opinion. So when you go to David, I've said this before. So when you go to David Benavidez, you got a young fighter, 26 years old. He's got the height. He's got the reach. He's got the speed. He's hungry. He's got good stamina, right? And you know he's got dog in him. And he's got pressure. And he's a pressure fighter. And he's got dog in him, right? You take all those attributes. That's a lot of good attributes, right? Now, You go to Canelo, you're like, okay, yeah, he's a smaller dude, but he's got more experience. He's fought so many different styles, bro. Benavidez got a lot of speed, but Canelo's a good counterpuncher. Look how he countered, and when Munguía caught him with a right hand, they started exchanging back and forth. He caught him with that uppercut. Canelo is a good counterpuncher. He's a good body puncher, which surprised me. He didn't go to the body too much yesterday, but every time he went to the body, he hurt Munguía. Every time. So he's a good counterpuncher. He's a good body puncher. He's got the experience. He's got good defense. He's got good chin. So for everything that you have for Benavidez, like Canelo's got something that kind of counteracts it, in my opinion. And I gotta always lean over towards the guy with the experience, bro. I gotta lean over to the guy that's seen every style. So even though I think it would be a close fight, you know what was actually always holding over my head when it came to David Benavidez and Canelo? The one thing that was always holding over my head was how Canelo's stamina and conditioning is going to be, because that's David's bread and butter, bro. He wears you down. Every opponent that David has ever fought, he wore them down, except for the dude that dropped him. Ronald Graville. Now, I know when David fought him in a rematch, he did good, but the first fight, that pressure wasn't really getting to him. He got dropped late in the fight, and people questioned whether he won that fight or lost that fight, and he did the rematch, and he got it back, right? Okay. But other than that, David Benavidez uses immense pressure to stop his opponents or to win the fight. So the only thing that would always question me when I would think about him fighting Canelo would be, well, how would Canelo's stamina be? You know what I mean? Like, because that would be the main thing. Because like I said, for every attribute I give David, I got Canelo countering something. You got speed, counterpuncher. You got speed and pressure, counterpuncher, pretty good power, not knockout power, but pretty good power. He's tall and got reach. Well, Canelo's got experience. He's got good defense. For everything that I give David, I got something that Canelo has too. The main thing that always was in my head was, well, if he fights David, the main question is going to be Canelo's endurance. I never question whether Canelo's going to be able to dodge punches or block punches from David, or even land punches, because first off, if you fight David Benavidez, you're going to have an opportunity to land punches, bro. Guaranteed. You're guaranteed. He throws way too many punches, and he throws way too many combinations, and he has way too much pressure for you not to have an opportunity to fire back. So it ain't that. It ain't that. Do I think that Canelo's going to be taking massive punishment? No, I don't. I think Canelo would block a lot of David's punches or even move out the way. He's still going to get hit. He's going to get hit a lot. I always thought the main thing that I would think about when I would think of that fight would be Canelo's stamina, his conditioning. I would have to think, like, does he hold up? And after yesterday, bro, he fought. Listen, Munguia's a young fighter. How old is Munguía? 26? He was taller. Munguía was taller. Munguía had reach. Munguía was undefeated. Munguía had heart. And Munguía threw almost twice as much punches as Canelo, which, by the way, Canelo landed 50% of his punches, 50% of his power punches or something. Damn near 50% of his power punches or something. Anytime a fighter lands 50% of his power punches, unless he got knocked out, he's going to win that fight. And you got to ask yourself, if David got dropped by Ronald Graville, you think, and Canelo dropped Munguía, you think Canelo don't got the power to drop him? I mean, come on. The only thing that would be questioning me is his conditioning. And what I saw yesterday, I saw a man that fought a younger, taller fighter, bigger fighter, pause. And Munguía, let's not fuck around, bro. Munguía got heart. Like, he got dropped. He was hurt. He was clearly hurt. I was actually surprised that Canelo didn't didn't hop on him. I was real surprised with that. I was also surprised that Canelo didn't go to the body more. Every time he went to the body, he hurt him. So why wasn't you just going to the body? I don't know. It is what it is. But I would have to say I would lean towards Canelo in a close fight. In a close fight. Because I do think David is good. And I think David does a way better job than Munguía. Way better job than Munguía. I think, David Benavidez got the same effect that Canelo has in the fact that I hardly see anybody that goes, hey, he's all right. I either see someone that goes, oh, he the man, he the monster, he killed Canelo, or it's he's all hype. He ain't fought nobody. That's usually what I get with David. Canelo, not so much. See, Canelo, even the people that hate on Canelo, you rarely get people that say the guy can't fight. You rarely get people that go, he's trash. They're usually saying he's ducking. That's what they're usually saying. I'm not saying nobody's ever said that about Canelo, but most of the time, the people that say he's ducking and avoiding fighters, they don't come out and say Canelo's trash. He's got no chin. He's got no defense. No. They just say he's avoiding this guy. David, on the other hand, usually when people talk about David, I get, oh, he a monster. He gonna kill Canelo, or he ain't fought nobody. I think David, I still favor Canelo. I don't think they're going to fight anyway, by the way. I really don't. Which is why I was surprised to hear when somebody said, hey, did you see Canelo calling him into the ring? I don't remember that yesterday. But then again, when the fight was over, when that last bell rang, I got up and started moving stuff around. So, because I was already like, he won. He won. There's there was no doubt in my mind that he won the fight. It was only the only thing in my head was how many rounds they're going to give Munguía, which I think Munguía did better than what people are giving him credit for. I've seen some people say, oh, it was a one-sided. Munguía did good. But I will say this, looks are deceiving. There was, I forgot what round I was watching. And I saw Munguía throw like this 8-punch combo or something. And I could have swore they all hit Canelo, bro. I could have swore. When I was watching, I was like, oh, shit. Yo, Munguía, right? I look at that replay. Like, maybe 2 got through. Canelo blocked all them shits. He blocked every single one, almost, just about. And when Canelo gets in that groove where he starts like, it's almost like Teofimo does the same shit, bro. They get into like a defensive groove where they start like, they're like, just dodging everything. That's when he's the most dangerous. That's when Canelo's the most dangerous, bro. When he's in that groove, when he's in that, he's moving his waist a lot, and he's the most dangerous because he's comfortable. I like Munguía gained my respect yesterday, Pancho. Munguía gained a lot of. I'm not saying I didn't have respect for him before, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna do a lot worse. I did. For some reason in my head, I'm like, he might get like I had Canelo winning by unanimous decision because even though I don't think Canelo is on this huge decline, is what people say, I will say that I do believe. Well, then again, I can't really say that either because he dropped him yesterday. He dropped him. Do y'all think he's slowing down? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say he's slowing down when he's still beating undefeated champions, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, think about that. I mean, for a guy that's slowing down. So if that is slowing down, imagine if he wasn't slowing down. I mean, he stood in between every single round. He never went on that stool one time. He weighed in at like 166. Definitively, you saw his abs. He looked in great shape. Right. That's what I was seeing, Hawker. And looks are deceiving, bro, because when I would watch the fight, it looked like Munguía was landing punches. I'm like, oh, shit. Up. And then I look at the replay. Canelo was blocking a lot of that. Looks are deceiving, man. Which is why I couldn't tell or not if his left hooks was being thrown with. Am I bugging? But in the beginning of the fight, every time Canelo threw a left hook, I was like, bro, he's not hardly throwing it. Like, where's the power? Then he dropped him with the uppercut. But I'm talking about the left hook. There was times where he threw it, and I'm like, that shit didn't even look like he put anything on it. But maybe he was doing that on purpose. Slowed down, but still good. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, even if all right, look, bro, even if he slowed, look at that, he still beat Jaime Munguía and dropped him. So this is a aging, slowing down Canelo, and he's still good. That's a testament to how good he is, though. Now you don't gotta like him. I know a lot of people that don't like Canelo. You know, there's people, if you go to their channel and you even mention Canelo, they blocking your ass or they'll ban you. I get it. You don't have to like him. I know Tycho's not the my guy Tycho over here. He's not the biggest Canelo fan, but really, I think his issue is he just wanted him to fight David. I don't think he's ever said he was a bad fighter. He just wants him to fight David, but like a lot of people do. But I don't think, listen, I don't think that fight's gonna happen. And it ain't even more Canelo. I actually believe now, after last night, it's more on David than it is Canelo. So you look, Canelo was calling him into the ring, right? Canelo was calling him into the ring. That's number one. Number two, Canelo, although once again, when they asked him about David, he was like, hey, listen, I don't know. He said, I don't know. I need to go home with my family and chill. But once again, he said the same thing. He said the same thing. You guys always do this to me. You guys always do this to me. I fought this guy. I fought this guy. I fought this guy. I fought this guy. You said I wouldn't fight this guy. I fought this guy. I fought this guy, right? And he's like, you guys, there's always going to be somebody. And he's not lying. He's not lying, because I've always said he could fight David Morrell and David Benavidez in the same night. And I guarantee you, if he was to beat them both, these narrative-based channels or the people that really don't like him, they're just going to replace him, bro. That's it. It's either going to say, oh, he ducking Bivol for the rematch, or he need to move up and fight better beef. It'll never end with Canelo. Just understand that. But no excuse, though. I want to see. This whole David thing had caused so much damn controversy. Like, of course I want to see it. Of course I do. But I think it falls more on David now. Because David is the one that's at 175. David is the one that said that he wants to unify after this fight. So if he's going to fight Canelo, it's going to be at 168 for the belts, right? So I think it's more on David than it is anything. What's going on, man? You could tell that Munguía thought he was gonna win. He like when you know fighters that really think they were gonna win, right? Fighters that really think they were gonna win, A, don't do post press conferences, they're embarrassed, or B, you could tell like in their face they look like they're gonna cry. And Munguía looked like he was gonna cry when he was walking back to the locker room. There's footage of him. Somebody was going up to him trying to say, hey, good fight or whatever. Or he was hugging somebody. You could just see it in his face, bro. He looked like he was going to cry. He's got nothing to be ashamed of, bro. I hope and pray they do not have Berlanga fight Canelo, bro. Please don't do that. Please. Berlanga is not going to do better than Munguía. He's not. He's not. He throws less punches. He's going to get dropped. I got Canelo stopping Berlanga. I got Canelo stopping Berlanga, bro. Just please don't do it. Just don't do it. Give us... I don't even know if I'd rather see Jamal. I'm being dead ass when I say that. I think I'd rather see Jamal fight Canelo than see Berlanga fight Canelo. I think Jamal would actually... I don't think he beats Canelo, but I think Jamal would do better than... I don't... Listen, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Fighters from Puerto Rico, I have a high bar for them, bro. High bar. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, Berlanga. You're just not that guy. And I've been saying it. You're not that guy. You're not. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, that's, to me, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. Unless the undercard is a banger, I already know where my money, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could just save that money and I already know the next day, like, okay, Canelo's going to win. Now, how is he going to win? I don't know. Maybe he knocks him out. Maybe he don't. But it ain't one, to me, it ain't one of them fights where I'm like, I gotta get this because I feel like I don't know who's gonna win. It ain't nothing like that. Like, I think he clearly beats Berlanga. I don't think Berlanga has anything that even his only shot would be knocking out Canelo. And I don't think that'll happen. So I just don't think it's a great fight. The only reason why they would even make that fight is because of Mexico and Puerto Rico. That's the only reason why. And its popularity. You know, I missed that fight. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now, Sergeant. Man, them dudes from Japan, bro. A lot of people be hating on them. Man, them dudes in Japan, bro. Listen, Japan got some fighters. Japan got some boxers now. I like, it ain't even just Inoue. There's, who's that other dude, bro? What is that other guy's name, man? He's a little bit taller, he's a little bit skinnier, but he got power and he could box. What is his name? What is it? Nakatani. Yeah, that guy. And then we ain't talking about the Nakatani from Tio. No, we talking different Nakatani. That dude. That bro, that's a bad boy right there. That's a bad boy right there. Man, I'm telling you, man, the Japanese side. Hey, look. When you get a good Japanese fighter, you get a good Japanese fighter. One of those damn samurais and shit. Got the aura around them and everything. Them dudes don't play, bro. It's the same thing with Australia. Australia may not have a lot of great boxers, but when they get one, they get a good one. They get a good one. You know, a good power, nothing but heart, good boxing, ring IQ. You know, it's the same thing. See, Puerto Rico, I'm sorry, we haven't had one in a minute, bro. Like, I'm still waiting. I mean, Sabril Matias, he still got to show me more than that. But I mean, he's, you know, Xander, Xander, I'm not gonna. I give him a lot more props than I do Berlanga. Listen, I don't hate Berlanga. It's just, you know what I don't like? I don't like when the popularity overtakes the skill. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh yeah, I'm walking in the ring with Fat Joe. I got all these people. Yeah. But yet your performances don't match the aura of the people that you're bringing in. I don't like that. If you're bringing in all these people and you're bringing in everybody from you're bringing in everybody from New York and Miami and shit like that, right? You should be sparking dudes, bro, sparking them out, you know, putting on a great performance and every time. You shouldn't be struggling against a guy that's a journeyman and stuff like you shouldn't, bro. You shouldn't. And I just feel like Berlanga never lives up to that. You know, he had yesterday, he was there at the Canelo fight talking shit. Went up to Caleb Plant. Caleb ain't smack him though. Caleb ain't smack him. Why Caleb ain't smack him though? I know you quick enough, Caleb. You quick. You got good defense. Why ain't you smack him? Shit, he was talking greasy too. If you were gonna smack anybody, Caleb, you should have smacked Berlanga. He's talking real greasy to you, bro. He said, "Take your glasses off." Who the fuck Berlanga think he is, bro? Who the fuck Berlanga think he is? He said, "Man, take your glasses off when you talk to me. I'll knock you out." Right there is when you should have caught him with the quick check hook slap. Plant right there while he's talking. Take your glass. Shut your ass up. Don't you ever tell me to take my glasses off. That's what you should have did right then and there. As he's saying, take your glass right there. Check left hook slap right there. You outside anyway. Ain't nobody gonna do anything. You outside, y'all fighters. It is what it is. It happens all the time. He said, I think Sergeant likes Berlanga. He be trying to get me to talk good about Berlanga. I don't know what you want me to say. Can he punch? Yeah, he can punch. I don't even think his power is all that either. Hey, I'll tell you what. One thing I will say about Berlanga, I don't think he's going to duck anybody. I think I think Berlanga actually believes he's that guy. Like, I think he really believes that. Like, he wholeheartedly believes, man, I'll knock everybody out here. And I don't think he'll duck anybody, but I don't think he beats a lot of them though. That's just me. Like, okay, let me ask you this. You think Berlanga beats Caleb Plant? How many of y'all think he beats Caleb Plant? If Caleb don't get caught, I got Caleb. Unless Caleb gasses out, I got Caleb. How about Boo Boo Andre? And Berlanga? Who you got in that? I hate to say it, but I think I got Andre. Sergeant, I don't know what you see in that man, bro. I don't know what you see in that man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. I don't know what you see in that man. John Ryder could possibly beat Berlanga. I'm being dead ass, so I'm not trying to shit on him or nothing. I think he's getting better. I think he is getting better. His last performance was actually pretty good. So I'll give him that. Let's take a look at the 168 division right now. They still got Jaime Munguía as number one. This can't be updated. Hold on, let me back out. They still got David. I don't know if this is updated, bro. I don't know if this is boxinglive.com. I don't know if this is updated, but they still got David over here. Edgar Berlanga is ranked number one in the WBA. Here goes the killer right here. Here goes the killer. Killer. Look. He think he the shit, bro. He's like, yeah, I'm Edgar. I'm that guy. Let me see. You got Pacheco. Morrell is fighting at 175, correct? So's David. Let me see here. Munguía is now number 5, and they still got Munguía ranked number 1 in the WBO. I don't know if this is updated. Oh, wait. Last updated April 14th. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this hasn't been updated. Hasn't been updated. Berlanga's the mandatory since Morrell moved up to 175. Yeah, they're gonna push that fight, bro. Unfortunately. They're gonna push that fight. Yes, that and they don't like each other. And they don't like each other. That is a good fight. And I got Pacheco winning too. I just think Berlanga has a lot of flaws, bro. Just think he's got a lot of flaws. And I don't think his power, and I definitely don't think his power is as what they portray his power to be, or even what he thinks his power is. I don't think it's that. Did you guys see yesterday? Did you guys see the Tank and Frank Martin press conference? Any of y'all see that? So, you know, Frank Martin was going around saying that, you know, he beat Tank up in sparring a while back. He said he beat Tank up in sparring, right? And that's the shit that got Tank mad. That's the shit that had Tank heated. Now, Tank, from the beginning of that press conference, was saying he was really hyped up, and said something to the effects of like, yo, I've been in jail. I've been like, it's been a long time for me out the ring. I've been locked up. I've been this, blah, 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 right? You are added to the fact that Frank Martin said that he beat him up in sparring. Tank don't like that motherfucker, bro. Tank don't like him.
I appreciate Gervonta Davis, you know, for even taking the fight. You know, I believe they fucked up by taking this fight. But, you know, I do appreciate them giving me this opportunity to, you know, show the world what I'm about. You know, I'm just ready to go out and shock the world and shit, do what I do what people think I can't do.
You know, I've been off for a long time. I done been in jail. I done been on a house arrest and things like that. I'm just happy to be back. Come June the 15th, I ain't really with, you know, a lot of talk. He's trying to show that he's a front runner. He put on for the people that he come with.
That's how you do is talk on Twitter.
They thugs and shit like that. But I'm telling you,
that's how you do is talk.
It's
on
a
Twitter.
different beast in front of him. It's a different beast in front of him. Nobody that's walking with him, holding him hand in hand, is not gonna be able to save him June the 15th. I'm telling you, and it's a lot of shit built up. It's a lot built up, and I'm gonna take it out on him. Sorry that it's gonna be him. I'm telling you.
Didn't you say your daughter talking?
Yeah,
you gonna? I don't do. Y'all know I don't do all that talking. Look, y'all know I don't do all that talking.
That guy right there.
Hey, y'all.
Who he say he is?
Y'all know I don't do all that talking.
I'm telling you. Look at him.
Everybody know I don't do all that talking. Look at him.
The ones that roll with him. Look at his eyes. Look at him.
Look at him.
He's not that. He's not that.
Yeah, all right.
He's not.
You ain't.
Tank don't like that motherfucker, bro. At all. At all. Say what you want about Tank, bro. Say what you want about Tank. If when he says when he says I'm gonna do something to you, bro, he take that shit to the bank, bro. Take that shit to the bank, bro. That motherfucker say he gonna knock you out or he gonna try to knock you out. Best believe he on your ass. Pause. Best believe. Hey, he could struggle to talk all he want. He could struggle all. Hey, he does struggle to talk, by the way. He does. They asked him some shit about Ryan yesterday. He couldn't even get the damn sentence out. Yeah, he can't talk for shit. But let him say, fight night, I'm going to do this to you. Bruh, just keep your hands up at all times, brother. Keep your hands up at all times.
You ain't been in on nobody like this. Nobody.
I'm gonna show y'all.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Nobody.
Let me ask you a few questions about the fight itself. Frank, to you, what do you need to do to slow down Gervonta? What is it? How much have you studied him? What are you going to need to do to slow him down? He's one of the hottest fighters in the world today.
I've been watching everything. I know how his ass walk. I've been watching everything. You know what I mean? When we get in there, I'm gonna touch him up. I'm gonna touch his ass up. That's I'm gonna touch his ass up.
Yeah, the one.
I know how him and his whole team walk. I know how they all walk.
Yeah.
Well, Tank, how about for you? What have you seen in Frank Martin, and what kind of fight do you expect him to bring to you?
A brick hand. His best shot.
You better not miss. You better not miss. You fuck around, do some lunge, you gonna run into one. You know about it.
I just said your brick hand, dumbass.
Oh, I got more than just a brick hand, dumbass. What are you talking about? Full arsenal.
No, you don't.
Yeah, okay.
No,
see.
You don't.
You gonna see.
No, you don't.
You gonna see.
It don't happen over a couple what's the name? A couple months or 2 months. It gotta happen.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's
gotta happen.
I like that you got that.
You know what I mean? I started when I was 7, not 15. Come on, bro.
It don't matter when you started.
Come on.
When you started.
Come on. The trainer is coming for a check. I'm telling you that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That trainer that's next to him coming for a check.
Okay.
He know what type of. He know.
So where does it,
for a minute?
But for both of you, either of you, where does this immediate animosity come from? Have you had problems for a while with each other? Is it is this real? Is this just made up for the fight?
It's just it's real. This two dogs.
He's from the suburbs.
It's two dogs.
From the suburbs. I don't.
From no motherfucker.
Me and him don't got nothing in common.
You don't know me. Fuck you talking about.
But the little female he got.
That's the problem.
But that little female he got, she probably around here somewhere. I'll catch up with her. Look.
Hey,
little female.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's move on. Listen, this is a tremendous fight. June the 15th, Saturday, MGM Grand Garden Arena. Don't miss it.
Tank bugging, bro. Tank is on that shit, boy. This is why jail ain't good for nobody, but jail ain't definitely good for no damn fighters at all. Jail ain't never did nobody no good, especially no fighters, bro. I don't care if they go in for 9 days. It just ain't. It's just not a good look. Yeah, he don't like Frank. He don't like Frank. And then Frank, so after the press conference, right? Because Frank said, yeah, I don't beat him up at sparring. I don't beat him up at sparring. So Tank got mad and said, you ain't do shit to me. He said, yeah, the first round, you remember. So Tank got mad and said, hey, no, let me get the phone. I guess he had the sparring footage or whatever, right? And then when they get face to face, Tank goes in and you hear him. He goes like, because the guy's trying to like, oh, back up. And Tank's like, chill. No, I ain't gonna do nothing. I just want to talk to him. Tank gets real close up to him and he's like, hey, bro, I'll post the footage live. Like I post it live. You ain't never hurt me. And then Frank says something like, oh, yeah. You probably edited it.
You don't like body shots. I don't want to prove to you. I want to prove to the niggas that you prove with. I want to prove to the niggas back home.
They know what you don't know. They know what you don't know.
You from the suburbs.
They know what you don't know.
You was trash.
You say that for everybody.
You from the suburbs. You from the suburbs.
That's the thing. You ain't from the suburbs.
Ass whooping time. Let's go.
Champ is back. One.
Eighth round.
What up?
But I'm saying the first round. You hit me one time.
David, you got any with it, David?
I'm saying the video.
Let's show the world, man. Are you going to release the video? Let's show the world, man. Are you going to release the video? We don't do that. We don't drop video.
All right, Frank Morrison, fire seated available for interviews in 1 second.
HOD, brother, you said the same thing yesterday. Just because you say it 20 times don't make it true, brother. That's your view of it. We know you don't like Tank. We know you don't like Tank. I don't even know why you was watching the presser. Be honest with you, all the shit. Every time I bring up Tank, you're like, I don't even watch that guy. He's a fucking clown. Why are you watching the press conference then? I don't know. What the fuck? I get it. You don't like him. I'm gonna watch the fight. Yeah. Even if I don't like the fighter, I watch the fight, bro. I support all fighters, bro. I don't give a fuck. Even if I feel like he ain't fighting the fighters he's supposed to fight, man, it's Saturday night, bro. You think I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't like him, so I ain't gonna watch it? Now that ain't me. That ain't me. There's been plenty. I mean, I'm not a huge NFL fan, but you know, when I was watching, there was some teams I didn't like. Like I can't stand the Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys. I can't stand Cowboy fans. I can't stand Cowboy Stadium. I can't stand Cowboys jerseys. I still watch them on Thanksgiving when they play the Redskins, man. I still, hey, you know, hey, it's a football game. It's a football game. Oh my God. I will, HOD. I'll tell you about it. It'll be a good fight. It'll be a good fight. In fact, when you look into Amazon Prime and or PBC, aside from the Al Sheikh and the fighters that they have over there with El Rayo, I mean, even prior to that, before that fight was made, I'm pretty sure they were searching for a fighter for Tank at 135, and we were going through the boxing standings a couple weeks ago, and I believe the only fighters that we had, because everybody else was from top rank, Murataya, I don't know if Shakur had left already or re-signed or whatever, but you had Shakur, you had Cepeda, all these other fighters, they were all different, you know, promotional company. Not that really matters, because ever since they've signed the new deal with PBC, as you see, PBC's got no problem linking their fighters up with another fighter from another promoter to save money. They did it with Munguía. They did it with Tim Tszyu. But still, when you look at the fighters that they had as in options for Tank, I believe when we were looking at it, we saw now I don't know if De Los Santos is still with PBC, but still, we De Los Santos, El Rayo, and Frank Martin. And out of those three, I believe Frank Martin is the best fighter for Tank. Out of those three, I think El Rayo fighting Pitbull is a great fight. It's a great matchup. I believe that fight will actually go longer than if he would have fought Tank. If Tank got speed. If Chris Colbert was able to tag up El Rayo, best believe Tank would have caught El Rayo early. That's just my opinion. He would have caught him early. He would have got him out of there. De Los Santos, I'm not so sure. But I'm not sure how you would even go about making that fight with Tank. Frank, you look at the storyline, you know, Tank, Earl used to be cool with Tank, and that's why, you know, with the whole shit that now we know that Frank is Earl's fighter, and Tank had said some shit like, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or whatever. He was pointing at somebody in the crowd from Frank Martin's team. He was pointing to somebody. If you remember, I showed it to you. I'm not gonna show it again, but he was pointing to somebody. He was like, look into his eyes, like he ain't built like that. Like, I'm gonna show you. I don't know if he's pointing at Earl. I don't know if Earl was there, but he was pointing at somebody. And then he said, you know, Derrick James is only gonna come there and pick up a check. Frank Martin, you know, the more that I think about it, I had him like a 35% chance, but now, you know, when I really do think about it, Tank actually made some points. You know, when Tank is coherent and he can talk, he said, You know, I've been boxing since I was 6, bro. You started when you was 16, 17 or something like that. And, you know, a lot of that shit does matter. You know, when we look at a lot of fighters that are like the best fighters in the world, they started early. Very rarely do you get a fighter, even when you do get a fighter that starts very later on in life, they're limited. Look at Deontay Wilder. When did he start? Deontay Wilder started what? When he was in his 20s? And he's literally the closest thing that you can get to a one-trick pony. Even Malik Scott, who I think is not a bad trainer. I think he's a yes man, but I don't think he's a bad trainer. He's tried to implement things for Wilder to, like, when they're hitting the pads, you could tell Wilder's been working on some shit, but then when he gets in the ring, he just goes right back. Goes right back to what he's doing. He's just trying to land that right hand. Everything, and that's the problem when you start boxing really, really late and you're so accustomed to one, like, you know, but that fight goes the distance. I got him knocking Frank out. Quite badly, too, by the way. Badly. Like, it's going to be one of them knockouts that, from what I believe, I think it's going to be like he going to be on the floor for a couple minutes type shit. Frank might have a couple good rounds in the beginning. And by the way, Tank kept telling him too, by the way. He said the same thing to Rolly. And he was correct. He said the same thing to Rolly. I remember. He looking at Frank. He's saying, you a front runner, bro. You a front runner. You got 4 or 5 good rounds in you max. 4 or 5 good rounds. After that, I'm going to tear your ass up. That's what he's going to do. He kept saying that in the press conference. He said, yeah, you a front runner. So that means Tank gonna let you. He did it with Rolly. He let Rolly get it. He let Rolly get them early rounds. He had no problem doing it, bro, because he knew at some point I'm gonna catch him. That's what he's gonna do with Frank. He said, Frank, you a front runner. So I could see the first 5 rounds, Frank getting all comfortable with it. Yeah, I got him. Oh, go ahead. You'll find your ass in the canvas quick. Now, a lot of people don't like Tank, bro. It is what it is. I ain't really got no problem with him other than the fact that, you know, I don't think he's fighting the fighters that I think he should have went undisputed. I think he should have been unified, but I'm not a hater when it comes to Tank, bro. I like Tank. He's exciting. He knocks people out. I watch boxing to see violence, and that man brings violence. I don't discriminate. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're male or female. If you are there and you're fighting and you're exciting, bro, I don't even care if I like you as an individual. I don't even care if I like your resume or not. I'm a boxing fan. I like to see violence. He brings violence. He knocks people out. Now, whether he's knocking people out that I think he should be fighting on top, I mean, yeah, that's a different argument. But I know that night, I'm going to get a knockout. Most likely, I'm going to get a knockout. Somebody going night-night. And you got David Benavidez as the undercard. You got David Benavidez as the co-main. I dig it. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Take what I can get. Yeah, he gonna catch him. Oh yeah, of course he did. And he said it twice too. He said it twice. He said the first time I'll fight Loma in 5 years, and then he said it again like a couple years later. Of course he ducked Loma. But see, 2 things can be right at the same time, Pancho. You see what I'm saying? 2 things can be right at the same time. I'm not in certain things in my life, I'm an extreme person. You know what I mean? In certain things, I'm an extreme person. I'm extreme one way or I'm extreme another way. But for the most part, and a lot in other aspects of my life, I'm very play the fence, open-minded, and I understand that 2 things can be true at the same time. You know, Duck Loma obviously doesn't care about legacy, cares about money. In my opinion, should have been unified or undisputed by now, but is an exciting fighter and is a gifted fighter and knocks people out. Two things can be true. Two things can be true. I ain't got no problem doing it. I mean, what other fights is on that day? Let me see. What other fights is on that day? Let's check it out real quick. Yeah, tomorrow morning, Inoue and Nery. That'll be my final topic before I end this live. Hold on. Lomachenko and oh man, Lomachenko gonna fuck Kambosos up, bro. Lomachenko's gonna beat his ass. Usyk and Tyson Fury is on May 18th. Finally. Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor. The Queensberry Matchroom 5-on-5, June 1st, Saudi Arabia. Xander Zayas. Matias versus Power. Yeah, I want to see this, bro. I want to see this. Okay, the same night. Matias and Power. And the zone, I could replay that, right? Yep, I could replay that. So I'll be watching Gervonta and Frank, and just go back into the zone and catch that. Or I could play them both at the same time. I don't know the undercard with this. Sabrina Matias and all quotations. All Devin Haney does is run. All Devin does is run. So, what's interesting is that yesterday in that press conference, David didn't really say much. David was just like, I'm glad to be on the card with Tank. And him and Tank was like kissing each other's ass. So, like Tank was like, I ain't know David was that guy, but he's that guy. So I'm glad he's on the undercard. He guaranteed the pay-per-view going to be good. Telling you the shit that you want to hear, right? David's like, I couldn't wait to be on the card with Tank, just kissing each other's ass, but that'll be a good fight too. As far as Inoue and Nery, bro, I'm sticking with my prediction with that fight, bro. I got Inoue knocking him out within 8. And I think the reason why I have him within 8, this is credit to Nery, though. Credit. Nery got heart. Nery's not going to back down. I don't think he's going to back down. In fact, I think it's going to be his heart and his willingness to engage, which is going to get him knocked out. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. It's the same thing that happened to Munguía yesterday. The reason why Munguía got dropped is because he caught Canelo with a right hand, and people were like, and then he went to engage, and Canelo stood there and caught him with that uppercut. So I think the same thing with Nery. He's going to be willing to engage with Inoue. And I just think with Inoue, bro, to beat him, you got to be a patient fighter with good ring IQ, and you got to try to either you got power that can knock him out, or you got to just outbox him. And what's hard with Inoue, he can do it all. I know a lot of people don't like that kid, but let me tell you something, bro. I've seen damn near every single one of his fights, bro. Damn near every single one of his fights. He's got power. He's got power in both hands. He's got a good jab. I would say if he is, you know, lacking in something, I would probably maybe more in the defense department. I don't know how much he's fixed that, but he doesn't get hit that much because his offense usually has his opponent on the back foot and hesitant to throw punches, because once they feel his power, they're like, when Stephen Fulton in that first round, you go back, I don't know what punch it was. I think it was a body shot. Fulton was real confident. He got caught with something in that first round, and he was hesitant, bro. He was not engaging. He was not. He felt something. And that usually happens with that. The only person that actually what I think it was that Maloney guy, and wait, no, what was that fight where it did go to where was the what was it, Butler? Was it Butler? Was it that Butler guy? Yeah. Usually he's got his opponents hesitant to throw, but I look, it'll be a good fight. If Nery can withstand his punches, bro, it'll be a way better fight. But I don't know if I got him with I don't know. I think it's gonna be a knockout within 8. Within 8. Oh, he beat. Oh yeah, he's got power. Yeah, he's yeah, he is fast though. He's explosive too, man. And he's got, I don't know if it's his right or his left. He's got a very explosive hook, bro. And his straight right. That's the one. That's his straight right is, and he set Fulton up with that knockout. He set him up perfectly, bro. You go back, he threw it. The couple sequences before, he threw a jab upstairs, right? Jab upstairs. Then he went jab to the body, right? Then he went jab to the body, straight right to the body, right? He did like a, wait, what was it, like a jab, straight right to the body. He did the same sequence, right? Then he did a jab to the body, and Fulton thought he was going back downstairs, and it looked like he was going downstairs. It came right over the top. So he went jab to the body, jab straight upstairs, caught him. It was a wrap. Set him up perfectly, bro. And it was the first round, actually. It was the first round that he hit him with something, and I think he felt his power, and he was like, "Oh, damn, this dude hit hard as hell, bro." But we'll see what happens, man. Tomorrow that fight will be on at 4:00 in the morning. Damn, it's too early, man. Good thing it'll be on ESPN. Good thing it'll be on ESPN. But man, it was good. Thank you for joining me, man. Didn't drop the link today, man. Not all the time I drop the link, because you want to know why? Because I know when I drop the link that it gets so long, and I can't do that every time, bro. Sometimes I got places to be the next day, But this shout out goes to next time I'm out, man.